A lot of insanely good artists are getting overlooked. And honestly, it's not because their work is bad. A lot of the time, it's because they have not positioned themselves fully. So in this video, I want to spotlight a few 3D artists that I feel like should have a lot more attention than they actually get. And also break down what I think that they're doing really well. Again, not why their art is just cool, because it is, but also what they're doing and how commercialized they could actually make that and benefit from it. So up first, the artist that I want to talk about is Voidchamber. They have this really unique, surreal landscape with different characters, and it's really nice. They have very strong art direction and a consistency like none other. And they obviously commit to that way more than other artists do, myself included. And because of that consistency, that would give them huge branding potential if somebody were to take them on. Because Void's audience would immediately recognize them, and that would actually elevate the brand who's helping them. And maybe Void isn't looking for that right now, but if they were to reposition themselves as open to commissions, or maybe just even talk about it more, they could really see some opportunity there. This is absolutely an artist to watch and someone to binge if you're looking for some really interesting art direction. Next up, we have Stripes, and they already have a decent following, but it could be a lot larger here because they have a really nice art direction that feels on par with people like Bilius, but they take it a little farther, in my opinion. And from what I can tell, they sculpt everything, which even makes it more cool. And they're really able to experiment in one lane, and that makes them really powerful. And they even have some of the posters collections, which makes them more commercially open. And I think that could give them a lot of opportunities. So it's already there. Honestly, I think the only thing holding them back is just creating more volume of work. Maybe even talking about themselves and why they like making the work that they have. And I actually talk about that in my last video. And again, this is a great example of how someone with really nice talent can stay underrated, even though their art speaks well for itself. Next up is Treycochran. Hopefully I'm saying that right. But they create these really surreal, interesting landscapes with characters and strong story elements. And I think the biggest strength is actually the attention to detail in the characters and how that resonates with the environment that they're in. They're not random or thrown in or anything. And that, coupled with the fact that they have a really healthy body of work, makes them really powerful. And just like Void, they have a really strong potential for commercial viability because they're doing that. The collaboration would make whatever they work on feel really special. And honestly, the only thing that's probably holding them back is probably trying to position themselves as someone who has this open idea to collaborate. But honestly, that positioning problem is very fixable. This is definitely a great example of how a really strong artist should be getting a lot more opportunity if they just change the positioning behind what they have already going for them. Last but certainly not least, I want to talk about this artist that I just found, ZivCG. And they create these really interesting fantasy 3D renders, which I am absolutely just, that's my whole genre that I love. But they do it with these really nice environments. And from what I can tell, they tick all the boxes for a full front to back 3D designer that you would want to hire. And because of that, they seem like somebody who would be excellent to work with because they have that consistency through and through. Honestly, they also have really great breakdown content, which should automatically make them have way more attention and followers than they currently have. And honestly, I think maybe if they brought that back, they could probably grow faster just because they don't have a huge volume of work right now. But everything they have is really high quality, especially with the skeleton poetry trend that's going on right now. I feel like this artist could hugely benefit from that and see a lot of attention gained that way. And because of that, their commissions would probably be rolling in as soon as they changed that momentum in their algorithm. This would probably be an artist to follow and see where they go over the next couple months. All right, so This is the important part, guys. If you enjoyed this video and you want me to critique you or maybe some other artists, definitely let me know in the comments. And I read every single one, but it would help me out in a big way because it would let me know that you guys want more of this and it's helpful to you. And with that, I will see you guys next time.